And then Kevin and I are going to probably start talking about Claudio Castagnoli.
Oh, yeah.
That man was over.
Yes, he was.
Like,
yes,
Chicago loved him. And I think Chicago was a great place to debut him because Chicago, not only, of course, they know Cesaro, but they remember Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that was, and you brought up on Power Bombshells, like maybe there was an edge taken off of it because of frustration in recent days over so many WWE people being brought in. And I feel you on that. I 100% do. But Claudio's one that I wish had been here from the beginning. I wish he was an AEW original. He's one of the guys when they started that I thought he's one of the guys that would benefit the most from being in AEW. But he's coming in at a time where we're seeing, and I love Ruby I love Ruby Soho, and I like Tony Storm, but we've talked about a lot. Like Chris Statlander's the one that should be pushed, and Eddie Kingston should be a guy that's pushed to the moon, right? And Chris is getting a push, but not to the level we wish he was. And Eddie Kingston, I don't think has won a match in AEW, not a single damn match.
Seems like it.
I'm sure he's won a couple on Dark and Elevation, but every big match he's been in, that man has lost.
Right.
Everyone. Right. Did he win? Did his team win on this show? I don't think so. No, they lost.
They lost. Yeah.
They lost because Eddie Kingston loses.
And then the man he apparently hates more than anybody in the world was the big star of the end of the show.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Apparently there's real deal heat, like real deal heat. And AEW's been done a really good job at using real life heat to play into angles. Although apparently they've been, I don't know, smart enough not to approach the CM Punk heat with Colt Cabana. That's one they've avoided probably smartly.
Yeah. And I was just thinking the other day about how I was kind of surprised they didn't a little bit back during the Hangman feud, that Hangman didn't make some crack about Colt Cabana or something, but that's what told me it was like, probably everyone's agreed. Like,
we're not going to touch this.
We're not going to be touching that.
Yeah. Like Colt in his pro wrestling tees has to see enough CM Punk because that's apparently 99% of the shirts they print every day are CM Punk shirts. Yeah. We don't need to force any more CM Punk into Colt Cabana's life. But the Claudio versus Zack Sabre Jr. match was probably my second favorite match of the night. I really, really liked the match. And I liked that they started it out as an apparent squash. But then the story is that Zack Sabre Jr. is so technical that it took time, but he started taking away Claudio's leg, taking away his arm, slowing him down, and fighting back from the edge of defeat 30 seconds in to almost winning the match. And I like that story.
Yeah, I did. And Claudio did a good job of like selling the arm and, at the end. And
by the way,
I don't know. I had a weird, like I was saying earlier on the YouTube show, like I've had this weird hostility. I don't know, like negativity about Claudio coming in.
Yeah.
And I think it might not even be him so much as it is just like frustration that some sort of surprise is always the solution versus just good storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there was a point where I kind of got addicted to the surprises after the Ruby Soho and like so many people on one show. I'm like, I need a new signing every week.
Right.
But now I'm completely burnt out. Like Claudio, I was excited about. But like Athena in the past, I might have been excited about. Now doesn't mean a thing to me. Doesn't mean a thing. And especially since Swerve and Keith Lee, who I really wanted both of them, and they just put them into this little bubble on their own, and they're just off on Rampage doing their thing until whatever point Tony has written them into his long-term booking, which is probably a year in, we'll finally get a Swerve and Keith being treated like the stars they were when they came in, but I don't know if they still are. By the way, at one point, John Cena basically insinuated that Cesaro was the strongest man in WWE.
Oh yeah.
And when he had Zack Sabre when he carried, like Zach was wrapped around him and he walked up into the ring and just tossed him over.
Right.
I was like, okay, I see what you're saying here, John.
Yeah.
I see this man is freakishly strong.
That's right. And very stylish.
I mean, to be fair, Zack Saber's like 150 pounds, but still.
Right. It's a good matchup. Yeah, it's a good
very
matchup.
Strong, very stylish.
Yes. That should be his gimmick.
Yes.